Howdy folks, I'm Rebecca Jolly from Jolly Alchemy. Today we are going to be doing a neutrino forecast for the 23rd of August. That's a Saturday in 2025. So this is the beginning of the cross of the Sleeping Phoenix. And the cross of the Sleeping Phoenix is tremendously important, not just because it's a right angle cross and thus happens 4 times a year, but because this is, excuse me, the energy to which our global shift is heading. So we're moving towards the cross of the Sleeping Phoenix from the cross of planning. Now, this is where we're going to be having all these big mutative changes that are actually going to begin in 2027. Namely, we're going to have this 55th gate being the center of that shift, and it's going to be breaking this channel. It is very interesting what's going to be happening here. We also have the 59th gate coming out of the sacral center there. And in case you're curious, my activation of this 59th gate is in our first line for today. Although you can see I do not actually carry the 55th gate. My daughter does carry the 55th gate. So for those of you who have it or know someone who has it, that 55th gate is about moods. It's abundance. That is the name of the gate. And it's emotional abundance. So it's glass half empty, glass half full. You're going to wake up feeling excellent or really, really in the shitter. And it's also the gate of eating problems. And I can definitely say this one either can eat or she can't. She's just very moody about the eating. And we will see that very much because this is really one of the most melancholy of the melancholy individuality gates. So, 59 line 1. Conquest, the vitality to tear down walls, and there is an up arrow on it, which is the power and vitality to conquer and eliminate resistance to facilitate fertile connections. So this is the caveman, cavewoman line. Go out there, beat them on the head, drag them home. With the result, Ross says that a lot of times you get people dragged home who don't necessarily want to live there. I can definitely speak to that. This is the gate well, and the line of the gate of the spring fling, going out and doing something wild and fertile and not necessarily wise fertility. And I have to say, my first child was created in one of those times when it was just kind of a wild fertility. My husband said, "Oh, come on, honey, let's go." And I gave in, I submitted, and definitely regretted it later. But it was because of this whole energy that we were carrying between us of this spring fling, the vitality of let's just go do this. Rawr! It was in the first variation, but it was the first variation has to do with the 55, which is very much on again, off again. So there you go. Anyway, 55-1 is cooperation with powerful forces. So this is very much about that that energy there of abundance, yes or no, on and off. This is just a ton of power that we have in here. You know that the that the energy of the Sleeping Phoenix is you have this bird, this fat bird sitting on the nest, not doing much, and then it just flames up, burns down its life, creating these massive changes, rising from the ashes. So a lot of change, a lot of instability, a lot of emotion going on. And this third variation is a very powerful one because it's driven by the 59th gate, which is that gate of sexuality. It's our sexual role gate. So we see a lot of different sexual energies going on here. And as we go through the 59th gate, you will see a lot of different kinds of ways of dealing with each other in intimacy. And we will definitely be seeing as we move into 2027 and beyond, the ways of our intimacy and the ways of our fertility definitely changing. Ra predicted that we would be having Massive problems globally with fertility, and we are already seeing the beginning of that. He said it would cut down the world population by something by half. Just the fact that we're becoming less fertile, fertility is not going to be something that we can take for granted. This cross right here, the third variation of the sleeping phoenix, is going to be very important moving forward, because these are going to be some of the most fertile people who will still be able to procreate when others cannot. So our moon starts off at 59.1. So there is a chance here for people to be born with the exact same line of the exact same gate twice. As I said yesterday, with the, yesterday we had two 29s possible. Today we have two 59s possible. Although yesterday the 29s don't exactly line up with the gate. I went and looked at it. So in the time that the line 29.6 is active, the 29th gate in the moon will not have yet reached its fullness there. So it's very interesting how that goes. But anyway, moving on. After the moon is done with 59, it will be moving into 40. This is the break-in bringer. This is the love. Oh, it's yeah, here. The 40 to the 37. This is part of our old cross that we're just leaving. This cross of the planning and the community resources, togetherness, and this is the love of work. So we're going to have some loving of work happening just for a few hours in the day. And then it will move to 64, which is all the way up in here where we have an awareness of confusion and this mental pressure to address the confusion in the world. Our Mercury energy has moved through 33.5, appropriate timing and keeping intention secret, and now is into 33.6, disassociation, the ability to let go and to retreat. I'm not going to go into this deeply because we've just been through this energy in the transit with our 1333 energy that we just went through recently a few weeks ago. So Venus is moving into 56.1. So this is our silver-tongued people, our storytellers. This energy is right here coming out of the throat in this channel of curiosity, the seeker, and this is the storyteller on this side with ideas coming down from the mental center on the other side. So, the quality is 56.1, the quality of practical, valuable ideas and being able to talk about those ideas. So yeah, these are our storytellers, the people who are always curious about what's over the other hill. So these are also our people who are very much into traveling and seeing for themselves what is over the next hill. The last of our people energies for today is 48.1, and that is stable from yesterday, so we're not going to talk about that. But we do have a new energy in the global realm. Yesterday I talked about moving to 60 line 6. This is in Jupiter, our planet of luck and fortunate cooperation. And we have here a shift to the second line, 53 line 2, momentum. Based on success, momentum to start something new. So this is an energy that we have also seen recently. I didn't write it down exactly when, but oh yeah, this is interesting. We had this just recently on the 20th of August. It was our moon activation on that day. So that's why that sounds so familiar to us. There are no interconnections being made by the transit itself today. But we are going to be definitely feeling this energy of the Sleeping Phoenix Cross. Our scarf here today is about the fire of the phoenix and the fire of love. I wasn't thinking about the cross of phoenix when I chose the fiery scarf. I was just thinking about the fire and passion of love, and then I came and did the actual work and realized, oh yeah, sleeping phoenix, fire. What a great serendipitous choice that was. And our song for today is Help on the Way by Bela Fleck. What a wonderful musician he is, and it's very interesting. I did the research for this transit in 2 sections, and, was interrupted, had to go do something else, and when I came back, I looked at that song, and I was like, that song was playing when I was doing something, and I just wrote it down, and didn't actually, understand why in the moment. This is me really moving into that intuitive gate of mine. And so when I came back to it, I was like, help on the way? Why? What does that have to do with what's going on here, except for the fact that maybe our global energies are really shifting towards this friction between starting something new and maintaining something old, and new, old, new, old, new, old. Very transitional energy that we're feeling in the global sphere right now. So I looked up the lyrics. Sure enough, as far as the song goes, you could hardly find a better song to describe the nature of the sleeping phoenix itself. I was amazed. So, yeah, we have all these synchronicities coming together to actually talk about this. There is so much in the future about this, but it will be a part of the class that I will be teaching, where I will go into much more depth on what's going on with this cross of the sleeping phoenix and what we have coming ahead. So, that is it for today. I apologize for having such an extensively long transit yesterday, but there really was an awful lot to get through, so I hope you don't mind the extra time for the extra information. And today is much more where I had originally planned the length of these transits to be. So enjoy your day, take care of yourselves, and I will see you for another neutrino forecast tomorrow. Bye.